I guess the conclusion I come to is like I need to prove it first, you know, like I have at least a couple students that are sticking with me, so with these students I need to show that the level that they're going to take when they're older, and then people will believe more in the process, you know. So I'm here with Coach Max.
Hello.
Could you just give a quick rundown for the people who don't know you, some of your experiences and where you kind of get your coaching philosophy from and your tennis knowledge from? So could you give a quick rundown of your tennis resume?
Wait. Translate a little bit.
Could you give me a little rundown of where you've trained and who you've learned from?
I moved here in Miami 7 years ago, and there is many mentality philosophy compared to Europe. For example, especially in Italy, we work a lot in this how hit the ball. The first step is hit the ball. I saw in the United States there is a lot of coaches that they give the priority dynamic situation. Okay, dynamic. Go. Everybody think there is a lot of people, they know that the good training is when the student run a lot. But when I run a lot, automatically I can understand. I can understand many things, how transfer the body, the impact. There is specific things, there is a lot of things that we can get just when we hit in a static position. With the time, of course, we start also hit the ball open, in the corner, on the rise. But the first step, in my opinion, we understand how hit the ball correctly, how transfer the body.
This is really relevant to where I'm at right now, and it almost answered a little bit of the first question I'm going to ask you next. But just because, especially recently, I have players that I've been training, and some of the parents that come to me are looking at other coaches and other players, or especially online on social media. There's a lot of videos of players running and doing crazy drills.
Come on, crazy drill. Yes, exactly. No, come on, let's go. And automatically we can see what we can see. They practice the error. So when I do have time for hit the ball correctly, especially the guys 10, 9, 11, whatever, automatically they improve fitness, endurance, but not technique. We improve the error. If you wanna improve your kids, your students in endurance, doing exercise with a racket, you know, is different. Really, in my opinion, is very important. Understand how hit the ball, then how move in the ball, front, back.
I've been trying to develop juniors for a while, and then, you know, like you try to put them exactly in these dynamic situations, and you start realizing you go to tournaments and then things aren't working and you realize you have to go backwards. But you partially answered the first question I was going to ask you, which is like, but maybe you have a different outlook on something else, but which is, what's a common error that you see in the development of players?
This is another problem, another difficult to understand, especially for the parents, because now everybody wanna win. Everybody wanna win. Automatically they give the priority to the score and on in the technique, the strategy. Every time we go in the tournament, we have to remember, if you, for example, we work in something technique, static in the practice, we have to transfer in the tournament. How can say I honor to my technique, to my strategy, when I do the same thing use in the practice, in the tournament? Sometimes it's better focus in this situation than the score. We have time. We have time. Win is not the real goal. Win, also we can control. Win in the tournament. Very important also for the parents. They understand if we wanna push, we wanna help the son, the student, we have to tell him something where they can control. For example, okay, today I want to hit the ball front, I want to hit the ball loose with my arm, but win not make sense.
And what I understand from that is, like, if the parent has the expectation that they want the kid to win, then of course the kid's going to feel the pressure. And how is the kid supposed to, if the kid already has the pressure and they're the one playing the matchup, the parent has the expectation that they should win, so of course now the kid's going to feel double pressure to not focus on the technique and just try to win. They're going to be pushing the ball and not going for good technique.
I remember very well this day when Sinner is incredible. He's not focused in the score. but in something specific where the coach asked him. You know how it's important for Sinner doing the homework. The homework was the priority, not non-win. And step by step, when I transferred these weapons in the tournament, I honored to my situation. I can see when I be able transfer this situation in the tournament, we can say I win with myself. Before win with the opponent, we had to learn win with ourselves.
It takes a lot of, I guess, trust from the player and the parents to the coach to be able to say, hey, here's the keys. We trust that you're developing like the bigger picture than just winning today. I guess, how do you manage that expectation? Like, how do you feel like you manage that of saying, hey, we're not trying to win today, but win in the long run, or just trying to develop in the long run and focus on controlling the things that we can control?
The pro, they have a plan, a goal. They have to practice something, no? But in my opinion, the key for improve, like a doctor, we have to be able, honest, what I need. That's the coach, what my student need. He need, we have to go through together what my student need. Technique, where we are, physical, tactic, you know, mind, another situation. And automatically we have to find, say, the solution with the fantasy, with many hours. We have to find the solution for repair the situation.
That kind of leads me to the next question. So now I can use a specific example. I'm developing a player. Now the strokes start looking good. We're starting to know how to get to the corners, hit the shot, be able to hit all the different spots and all the different positions. And they're able to strike a high quality ball. And now they go to a tournament, and while they can play at that level, but now they're having difficulty pulling through. And I know, like, I guess the topic of mental toughness is like a frequently visited topic, but in your opinion, what's like some of the key elements for a player to be able to start pulling through those like tough matches where they're striking the ball well now, but now they're just reaching the resistance of a strong opponent who's matching their game?
For example, the first thing we understand in the match, especially when the opponent like my same level, is the correct strategy. For example, if it's better doing a short rally or maybe long rally where the opponent like to play or not.
That's good. So just being aware of what's happening on the court. Am I giving most of the errors, or is my opponent actually outplaying me? Because that's definitely, like, often, especially under pressure, common for us to just try to bail ourselves out by hitting an unbelievable shot, and it's not realistic to hit maybe at the moment of pressure. We just had this trip to Europe, and you're obviously here in Miami, Florida. What's the biggest differences you see in how players are developed in Europe versus the United States? And like, obviously the United States now is having some more success with players. I'm just curious on your opinion, since you were raised in Europe, you have a lot of experience here, what you see the differences in how the players are.
Another difference, I told you I went to Europe with my student for playing very advanced level. And it's incredible. The guys from United States, 10, 9, 10, already everybody play with polyester and racket 27 because they want a power, want a topspin. Doesn't matter about my technique, doesn't matter. I want to win now. You know, there is guys in this tournament, advanced tournament, there is guys with a 25 racket. 25, 26, a lot. Even my student. So we have to move the racket correctly first, and then we change it. Also in polyester, topspin. I know now in new era, topspin is very, very important. But if you play topspin, I play behind to me, and I broken my shoulder for win at 10 years old, and it makes sense. So, you know, we have to respect also the specs to the racket, dependent to height to the student too. But it's incredible. The best player in Italy, he still play with the 26.
Wow.
Why?
That's interesting. That's the same concept of what you're saying from before, like trying to hit on the move. Like.
Exactly. Before the priority, he hit the ball correctly. Why? Even when he solved the problem, hit the ball harder. Maybe the ball not doing
what it needs to do. The solution is to swing faster.
Exactly. The team was in the panic. Because the shot, the swing, when not the same and go down like just 5 miles per hour, change everything. So what I mean, impact the ball correctly doing the difference. So there is a lot of guys when you hit the ball jump and hit the ball dirty, you know. For especially when they are kids, in my opinion, hit the ball correctly.
So you feel like this is for you, this is the foundation, is learning how to strike the ball, learning good technique, and then everything else to use built on top of that.
Physical.
Yeah.
Physical can solve the problem in 2 months.
Yeah.
Specific exercise, also with a racket.
Yeah. All right, last question. Maybe it's an easy answer, but like, who's your favorite player on tour to watch? Sinner's probably up there because of his ball striking is so clean, and Italian, and you're Italian. But is there any?
Sinner, of course. Sinner, I like because we can see that Sinner every shot is high in semi-open position, and we can see every shot that trusted the body, the ball run a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.